Dear listeners, welcome to the program Let's Fix It. This program is put together to inspire and empower you to make right choices, develop positive attitudes, overcome your daily challenges, and help you live past your mistakes. Comfort Michael Sule is a gifted writer, author of many published books, a public speaker, and a life coach to teens and youth. You can be all God wants you to be.
Welcome to another episode of the program Let's Fix It. Today we are going to be dealing with the topic the other side of shame. So many times people are put off by the mention of the word shame. So what is shame? According to the Oxford Advanced Dictionary, shame can be defined as a feelings of guilt, of sadness, of embarrassment that you have when you know that something you have done is wrong or stupid. Have you ever done something that made you look so foolish? Ordinarily, no sensible human being would enjoy going through a shameful situation. However, I want you to understand that there are two sides to shame. I can imagine the surprise on your face right now as you listen to me. Perhaps you are thinking that only an insane person would ever associate shame with anything good. More often than not, we hear the statement, "You have no shame." This statement is often made when someone who has done something wrong or inappropriate is unrepentant or too proud to make amends. And I guess you have made certain mistakes in your life that made you seem so foolish and ashamed. Every day, we come across people who repeatedly behave in wrong and inappropriate ways, regarded as shameful. For example, if a 40-year-old man who is expected to be married with children feels comfortable to live under the providence and shelter of his parents, society says he has no shame. The case is different if this 40-year-old man has done all he knows to do to become successful in life to no avail. We also say that it is a shameful thing for a 10-year-old not to be able to read, talk less of a university graduate. In addition, an adult who rapes a child is said to have no shame. As much as the mere mention of the word shame spells negativity, I want you to understand that there are two sides to shame. And by the end of this discussion, you will understand that the other side of shame can be justified. Why do we have to experience shame at certain points in our lives? The fear of shame puts us on our toes and empowers us to strive towards right and successful living. It helps us to move past a life of mediocrity, excuses, and laziness. The fear of shame empowers us to build and develop unquestionable character. The fear of shame will prevent someone in a place of authority to ask for bribe in order to grant someone's request. The fear of shame prevents us from being lazy, irresponsible, and over-reliant on other people. The fear of shame saves us from living a parasitic lifestyle where we depend on people all the time. The fear of shame motivates us to strive to be the best in whatever we commit ourselves to accomplish. The fear of shame can motivate you to live a life of responsibility, discipline, and maturity towards those who directly or indirectly depend on you for sustainability. It is the sheer fear of shame of not being able to provide for your children that makes you to go to work as a man. So any man who sleeps at home why he should be working to fend for his family, has lost all sense of shame. So that fear of shame compels him to go out. The fear of shame, leading from a fear of being caught, sometimes has a power to stop a man or woman from cheating on their spouse. So that fear of being ashamed, we say, what will people think if they find out I was cheating on my wife? What will people think if they found out I was cheating on my girlfriend, on my boyfriend? What will people say if they found out I was cheating on my husband? So when we think of shame in this light, we're talking about the other side, the positive side of shame. It makes us better. It is a fear of shame which could result from failure that motivates a student to make attending lectures and reading their book a priority. So a student who goes to nightclubs, a student who decides that he or she will not attend lectures or read their books or do their assignments, have set his or herself for shame, and if shame comes, then you have yourself to blame. The fear of shame will prevent a man from defrauding his friend or brother and the citizenry. The fear of shame will prevent men and women from acting in inappropriate ways or from doing the wrong things. So the fear of shame gets you to try to do the right things, to try to avoid things, actions that will land you in shame. The fear of shame will prevent political leaders from looting the state's treasury. Likewise, it is lack of shame that makes these same people tour the world and build mansions with stolen funds. The only reason why leaders in this nation and in all African countries would continue to steal from the people is because they have lost all sense of shame. They have lost all sense of responsibility, of discipline, of accountability. All sense of maturity have been lost. The other side of shame is a positive one. The fear of shame is the beginning of wisdom for a bright future. And remember, you can be all God wants you to be.
Send all comments, questions, support, and topics that you would like us to discuss to the email mscomfort9@gmail.com or to the number 07030840198 07030840198. You can be all God wants you to be.